Hello and welcome back to On The Go. We're going to be talking about the World Cup final. It was a shambolic performance from France, impressive performance for Argentina. We have to give them the credits where it's due, yeah. So and also it was a shining light for the whole of Nigeria and the whole of Africa to see Davido come back on the World Cup stage to perform. Hello, as I said earlier, we're going to be discussing about the World Cup final. So it was so disappointing, as I said, from France. Impressive from Argentina. We have to give them their credits when it's due. And also, I think that's one of the happiest things I could see from the final, to see Davido come back on the world stage and perform. And also to see the likes of our key sport journalists in Nigeria doing well, the likes of Kalista Enejile. I think I'm looking up to her to see her touch Messi for the first Nigerian to do that, first sport journalist to do that. Let me be specific, that I know of, and maybe she knows of too. And also to see the likes of Puja Media, also the likes of Ayo Adams, Respect, and also wait again. Don't let me forget any names. I think Organla Media, and so on, to see them do that. To represent Nigeria on the world stage. I think that's great work. Well done, and we're looking up to you. First of all, let's touch on the World Cup final before we go to Davido's performance.
I mean, World Cup final, we said it from the beginning, we Argentina fans, or Messi fans, I should say. There never be no Messi. Oh, Messi. I mean, it's what he deserved. He has shown that, or he's still showing that he's the GOAT. 7 Ballon d'Or, 4 Champions League, and now a World Cup in his cabinet. So I mean, I don't know what else we want to say. He deserved it. People might say it was rigged. I don't want to know. They had decision go against them. They had decision go for them, same as other countries. So I think it is what they deserved. They played well. Even though they had setbacks, a lot of setbacks from winning against Saudi Arabia, losing. Winning 2-0 against Netherlands, taking it to penalty, going into penalties even after winning 2-0, and outclassing a France team. Can argue about it all day, but all I can say is the ref that did the final was really top notch. It was
because he went for France. He went in favor of Argentina.
9-minute penalty
which was a penalty according to the new rule.
He could have shoved it off, and
they don't do that.
Bold enough. He was bold enough to give key decision, and the penalty that he gave Argentina was key. And you have to understand the fact that you have to earn your luck, and Argentina earned their luck by playing, not even playing.
I was playing them in the first 60 minutes. Agreed.
First 79 minutes of the match, because it was in the 80 minutes Mbappe turned up and scored.
Yes, but they're already picking up by then.
But they haven't created any chance on target. They've not had a shot on target from first minute to 79 minutes. So you can't have a better squad than France.
But they have a better 11 because
they don't have a better 11.
They were struck. The 2 players that saved them in this World Cup is Emiliano Martinez and also Lionel Messi, because I would practically say they both won the World Cup for them, because left to me, right. I don't really work the Argentina team. I'll be honest with you. I rate some of the players, but I don't rate the team, because when you say a World Cup champion, contains the whole squad, and they didn't show a squad
as a
squad. They didn't show it.
Delivered enough to win the World Cup. That's the key point. You don't have to all perform in the same level. The likes of Valdano and Burjaga in their time, those front three with Maradona performed well.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the rest of the players did exactly what they did in terms of the rates at which they performed.
Yeah.
So if you have the likes of Messi, the likes of Enzo Fernandez, the likes of Emiliano Martinez, put up their performance, giving a save, making a save 9 minutes against Australia to take them into the quarterfinals, and making a 9-minute save to take them into penalties against France. I mean, it says it all about Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah, but when you look at France in the other side, I think to see them perform that way, I think it was a mixture of lack of experience and also the lack of fitness from them, because we could see they suffered a lot entry into the final, and I think that gave France edge. And I know you made that. I'm giving an excuse because there's always a reason for a lose.
No, Argentina
For a
no.
team to lose, I mean.
Argentina went on two. I think they've gone for two extra time game.
Okay.
The final and
When I mean fitness, there was a sickness that was going through in their camp.
Yeah, just before the final.
Just
Absolutely,
before the
you're
final,
right.
and that's
You're right.
a strong excuse.
It's like they could have done better, but they
Exactly.
did nothing. They offered nothing for the first
Agreed.
79 minutes. So,
And
I mean,
I
it's
think
credit to Argentina. And I told you that
Well,
Bariu was going to score, Messi was going to score, and I told you that
I think
Argentina will have the ball. I told you. Argentina
that's
will have the
enough to talk about Argentina. Now we're talking about France. What's your take on France?
I think it was I was surprised by the decision Deschamps made by taking the likes of Tchouaméni to take the penalty.
Now let's talk about the awards that was given in the final.
Yeah.
We saw the best player in the tournament given to Messi, the highest goal scorer given to Mbappe, young player going to Enzo Fernandez, and goalkeeper of the tournament going to Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah.
What's your take? Do you have any debates concerning that?
I think I have debate on this guy Emiliano, but I also have I saw the valid reason, a more valid reason. I thought the goalkeeper of the tournament was more of clean sheet, but
Okay.
I thought it was more of clean sheet. But right now, for them giving to Emiliano Martinez, it looked more of who made more saves in the tournament.
I think,
and if you look at Bono, I was looking at Bono to take the trophy, but it was more of key moment save. I don't think Bono made enough of key moment save. He made saves for Morocco, obviously because of the way they play, they sit back. But Emiliano Martinez, the save against Australia, no, that was blind save. Like they could have scored that goal. He made that save. It was key. The one against Colomboani, everybody was already silent, looking at the net to see the ball enter the net.
Yeah.
Emiliano Martinez turned up again.
So
those two saves, I would say, gave him the edge to win
if you say so, but I think I have. Let me touch down to the goalkeeper, best goalkeeper award. I think that's one thing I have issue with. In the past World Cup, you see, at least for you to be able to be given a World Cup, to have a debate about or to compete for that award, you must match the best goalkeeper with the clean sheet. Emiliano doesn't have the same clean sheet as Bono, and they gave it to Emiliano. Agreed. He was in a penalty shootout twice, 3 times. Bono too was in a penalty shootout. He made saves once, and he took them to the semi-finals. I think that's a key moment for the whole World Cup history, to see that and not acknowledge that. I think that's where that's the situation where we are in the world in football. You need to acknowledge people more.
A nation like Africa.
A nation like Africa, and for you to a continent like Africa, and for you not to be able to do that, I think it gives more power to the more European countries.
Yeah, that's why the likes of Jose Mourinho are saying.
Yes, that is why the likes of Jose Mourinho are saying African players are the one representing all of these European countries, and even South America and other places. So for us to be able to see changes, we need to see more bold decisions given in this kind of case, and I think Bono deserved that.
Or without could have been arguably.
When you say Enzo Fernandez, he was class. He was class. But let's talk. Is he better than Unai? Did he perform more than Unai in the World Cup?
That's why he's in the final.
No.
That's why
you can have a team that performs. I can give you an instance. Xhaka was in a team whereby he was not good, but with Xhaka we ended up in a final, in a FA Cup win, with an FA Cup win, with a community shield win. Does it make him a good player then? No. So I'm not saying Enzo Fernandez is not quality player. He's quality, agreed. But when it comes to Unai, that I could mention practically a lot. You have the likes of Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Bukayo Saka outshined Enzo Fernandez with his performance. But because you entered
I mean,
I think that's
to
not
be
the
honest,
level at which we should be
Onai
watching the World
performed
Cup.
because of Amrabat. Amrabat allowed him to perform.
But that's the point.
Fernandes is a very young player that anchored the midfield for Argentina. That says it in lot.
I think
Very
that's the
young
two
player
debates I have.
that anchored the midfield and was so young and played through.
I think
Played. I mean, like he plays another attacking. He plays like an attacking midfielder, as a box-to-box midfielder, and obviously as a defensive midfielder. So I mean, that's why I think for him to play so young in that midfield, I think you should give him,
yeah, I
compared to
agree.
the midfielders.
I agree. But I think,
Players,
as I said,
considered
I don't rate Argentina's squad, and this brings me to saying that reason why is because if you look at a lot of people picking their World Cup XI after the tournament, you see what is Acuna doing? Acuna is a World Cup champion, but does he deserve it? Is he that good?
Okay,
Those are the questions we have. We have Montel. There are a lot of right backs that came to this World Cup and they were better. Hakimi was better than Montel. Was better than Molina.
A better left back.
A better left back. We have the likes of okay. I think that's very hard. I think we didn't see a lot of left back that played a lot in this World Cup.
That even played better.
That played.
Let's be honest.
Acuna, but in the midfield, we can see in the midfield, we can see in the attack, a lot of decisions were made in this World Cup, and I was so shocked about it.
We're done with
that. But what's your take on Davido?
I mean, unfortunately, you didn't see the performance.
I missed it.
I felt emotional. I was happy for him. I was excited. I felt what every Nigerian
and all Africans
were feeling at that moment. See him perform with a smile on his face, and in the middle of all the celebrities that performed on that stage, and just see him perform.
I'm sure that should be an emotional performance for him.
I mean, doing what he does best with his team, obviously following him all the way. I mean,
with the likes of his girlfriend, or are we going to call his
fiance, his wife. I mean,
Choma.
I mean, it was exciting to see them perform.
So when we come back next episode, now we're back to the Premier League. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget. Subscribe, click that button below, and subscribe, like and share the video, and follow our other platforms.